Hello, it's Father Samuel Hakim in Chicago with a word of hope for Thursday of the third week in Ordinary Time. Well, for most of Ordinary Time thus far, we've followed the books of Samuel, the great stories of how David becomes king. And now we continue with David's kingship in Israel. We missed a few days because of the feast of the conversion of St. Paul and the memorial yesterday of Timothy and Titus, but now we pick up the story. So David's been anointed king. We have Nathan the prophet now in the picture, and everything seems to be falling into place. Our first reading has David thinking back over everything that's happened, giving thanks to God, almost in a sense of wonder at the goodness of God, the fact that God would choose Israel as his dwelling place, as his special people, and even choose David as his king. It's important in our own lives to take moments of thanksgiving, to pause and think back in the good in our lives. Just take a moment and say, wow, let ourselves be awed by God's goodness, and in turn move to thanksgiving for that goodness. As we know, the Greek word from which we get Eucharist itself means thanksgiving. And where better to take this moment of time to think of the goodness of the Lord than in the Mass? Yes, we have much for which to be thankful. It doesn't, brush aside the difficulties that we face and the need for intercessory prayer and asking God to give us what it is that we need to strengthen us in particular ways. But even that sort of falls into place when we can pause and thank God for his goodness continually poured out upon us. In fact, thinking back to those moments and acknowledging the goodness that God has given us strengthens us and builds our hope for the things that we will face in the future. So take some time today to think back on this week, this month, perhaps this past year, to focus on the good things. Move to a place of prayer and thanksgiving for those. God bless you.